bad. I think it got worse over time with it, because I remember I used to like be able to just literally not get distracted while I was playing, but now I get distracted by too many things. Literal crackhead behavior. Yeah, true, dude. True. Alright, this game we're gonna sweat. Game, I'm not gonna look at chat. I'm literally gonna tell you guys when I'm turning off the monitor. Oh my fucking god, it's Quinn. Never mind. We're leaving chat on. Okay, can I mid versus Yasuo? Please, 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 please. Please let me go versus Yasuo. No, sorry. Understandable. I understand. I understand. No worries, bro. My bad. Well, so now, wait. Now I'm going to turn off my chat and then also not be able to fucking lane while I wait with Dorn Shield for waves. This sounds boring. Okay, thank fucking god. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. No second win? No, I actually asked about that. Some of the EU Riven boys, and I was like, "Yo, you guys don't take the orange? Sorry, you guys don't take second win?" They're like, "Nah, it doesn't do that much compared. You just do the orange shield on items and then just play for waves." And I was like, "All right." So I'm taking their advice. The person specifically that told me that the Dorn Shield thing was Aloys. That's like his preference on that. I was like, alright, but I'll copy. Yeah, me too. I'd also rather lane against Cassante, bro. But in general, range matchups are boring. Way too boring. Gogeta Blue lab coat, Adult Gohan or Gogeta Blue? No, you need lab coat in there, Eric. Lab coat's too broken, I think. Yeah, they made it so you can well, they pretty much you can't see anyone's name, and they gave it, and you can swap pick order now. That you see this little icon, you can just change what role you're going to, or ask someone to change the pick order. What do you think the best Riven in the game is right now? The person who probably has the most like matchup knowledge. I actually don't know. Could be Viper. Could be Aloys. Could be. I don't know. Whoever has the most updated matchup list in their brain right now. So if like for example you ask, hey, how do you play the Fiora matchup? If you have it on deck, right? Like that's one, great. So it's like whoever has the most matchup spread. I think it's unreal. I don't know. I can't even say like rank one. Like who's the best Riven? It's like it doesn't even like come into my mind because it's like I feel like playing Riven is kind of easy for all the like at least all the high level Riven mains. It just comes down to like the knowledge of like what items are broken, what champion, yeah, like again like how you play the matchups, etc. So it's like I don't know, I don't really put that in. I don't even think about that. Say it's you, Adrian. You're a League Goku. Oh, I mean, if I want to stroke my ego, I mean, I would tell you that if I studied the matchups, I'd fucking smoke all of them and like the matchups that I actually study because I have like fighting game knowledge and it applies to the like 1v1 matchups in League like super heavily. Like super heavily. Assuming the matchup is not like a counter pick. Like if it's 50-50, like I'd smoke all of them. But that's like different story. I would have to like hard grind this game. Be too much. Like I'll explain. Like when you're doing like for example, let's say like Fiora versus Jax, right? It's pretty predetermined for the most part because you're playing waves. You're not really playing the matchup itself. But there's like some instances where you're going like doing the clicks back and forth. That's like called active. Like you're pretty much playing the footsie game in League, depending on like what abilities you have, right? And it's like a constant baiting action, which is like the first default layer that people stay on, right? Which is the one that you see, especially like the newer players, like the younger players play. You see them clicking back and forth outside of your range, right? It goes deeper than that. There's like it goes like five layers deep. People don't usually go that deep. The League is like an onion. Damn, OG. OG, every time I think I make progress with you, you say some dumb shit, and I think, damn, god damn it, I need to help him out more. Look, I'll tell you what, I'll explain. I'll explain in fuck, it's hard to do it in League terms here, but how do I fucking show this? So okay, let me explain. There's a god damn it. How the fuck do I do this without like because I can't go into practice tool here while I'm queuing unless I open up a secondary client. Like oh my god. Kill me. I'll do it once I get in game. I'll explain it. I'll explain it once I get in game. Bring out paint. Yeah, I'm literally gonna be like old school LS, just teaching people through LS. Through paint. You're gonna make me spend channel points, aren't you? No, I'm not. I'm not, Eric. I don't know if you'll be able. Dude, Eric, wait. Did you not listen to me, bro? I literally told you which one to pick. What you're saying is you want me to repeat my answer because you weren't listening at that exact moment when I answered you. I didn't hear you at all? Yeah, that's on you, buddy. It's on you. I said you need to do the lab code team. You went back to stick? No way you went back to stick. You're a dumbass. Actually, why did you go back to stick? You really just gave in and said, I have comfort, so I'm just going to go back to the thing I like best. Yeah, just do hitbox. Don't do that to yourself, man. TKs are not worth it. No, it's not for the TKs. So it's for the frame 1 dash blocks, right? In like neutral situations, it's for being able to walk forward and block in that one frame too to bait people. If you can't, that's like the main benefit. So a stick or a D-pad take like 40 ping technically if you want to look at it like that to do it. Hitbox isn't like one. Griefing, actually. But for my comfort and execution, that shit's not it. Alright. You do you, brother. Don't worry. Yo, can you pick mid for me? Or pick mid before me, bro? I don't want to get counterpicked. So you see the person I was using Elden Ring with AKG? That shit comes to fighting us. I'm sorry, but none of you are touching me and my massive intellect. True. What? I wonder what happens when, like, you use... like, imagine that, right? Like, you just use your brain. You're playing someone, right? Did you just blame the fucking input reader that comes from your brain to the game? You go like, fuck! You're so lucky! My brain didn't send the signal properly, or that this shit didn't pick up what I wanted. Can you imagine that shit, Eric? Alright, look, I'll explain the thing I was talking about earlier in the Aatrox matchup. And it's gonna sound really simple, but I'm gonna go like I'm gonna go like 2-3 layers deep, and then after that, like, I'm not gonna explain too much because like even the first layers people aren't doing anyway. So I'll explain. Again, this and what I'm about to explain, you don't really apply it too much, right? Not actively, because this game has changed a lot over the years, like I said, and it's mostly played around what, like, risk reward based on, like, if you want to trade on this specific wave state because it might give you a wave crash that gives you a faster or like a better recall timing to get an item, come back, and then keep on, you know, doing that back and forth, right? So like, I'll explain it, but it's not gonna, you're not gonna notice it. Like, I do it a lot of the time instinctively too, as I'll explain. So let's say that we're starting the matchup, right? And I'm playing against, I don't know, this guy's sitting right next to me, right? The neutral game in fighting games, right, is played with the assumption that you're trying to bait your opponent's interaction. You're trying to get into the reactionary zone and get out to bait their, like, moves, right? That's like the first layer. So you have to determine whether the people actually react to you, or if they do buttons preemptively, right? Or if they just literally don't react, they just sit there and they just get auto-attacked, or like just mindlessly click, right? Once you determine how they like to play that, right? You start actually walking in, right? But then instead of walking in completely, you walk out and then you use an ability to hit that primary layer where they're just kind of like trying to see what's happening, because it's like a free interaction. The equivalent of that in a fighting game would be like walking into that range, walking out, throwing like a fireball, right, and then walking back in, right? It's the same concept, like when it, like on the primary layer in this shit. The dawn comes right for everyone. So, and then the third layer is once you start hitting buttons like that, the person that you're playing against has to preemptively play a button that reaches you from that far, right? As you're doing that second day. Again, it goes to like 4 or 5 layers deep. You can do it in this game too. You can do it in League, and you can do it in really any game that's based on reaction. So again, but the thing is, like I said, in League, most of the time you're doing this, right? You go like, oh, I'm gonna focus on getting the wave manipulation. You don't really get to do the active trades as much. The dark fears me. So look, you'll see when his abilities wear out. Okay, so his third Q ran out, right? So you walk in this little range, and then you see the moment that Aatrox or whoever you're playing against does another click. See, I didn't get to do it there because he walked out too far. I want to be able to do it to him and show you guys. But look, if he lets me, I'll do this. Take a note of like when he actually clicks away. Huh? Okay, well here, come on, please. See, like right there, the moment I got to that little zone right there, immediately the person feels threatened, right? When the person feels threatened there, they always want to press a button, either press a button or they want to click away, like to, you know, kite back, etc. Right? And you can exploit these movements once you start going like really deep into the layers. And I can go even deeper and deeper and deeper, but I don't need to do it, right? Like I don't need to explain. Because it's like stuff that no one's using. What that does though is that if I play against really good players, I can exploit them really, really well. Yeah, like this stuff, like they don't know about. I mean, Eric, let's be honest. Even a lot of the fighting game players don't play like this. Don't understand that stuff. And if I were to explain the layers that follow after Eric, you'd actually be mind blown.
Your confidence trembles.
Oh, here we go. We're gonna have a little party here.
My truth is unbreakable.
Flash third Q. No. Gonna flash Q me here. There should be. No? You don't wanna do it? Come on. You can do it. I believe in you.
Together, we will
Gonna EQ. Yeah. Damn, he's not feeling it. He doesn't want to go for the risk. But anyway, like I was saying, the neutral gets extremely deep once you start going past those layers, and it applies in League of Legends. That's like the whole thing I was trying to apply.
I will deliver you from chaos.
And I am 99% sure, as we were talking about earlier, when we were talking about like Riven players, right? That everyone that I play against, and any of these guys that I watch, they don't know those layers that deep. So I'd fucking smoke them. They only go to a certain layer, and then you can figure it out and start abusing it really hard, which is really cool because when you see like super like high level top laners like Zeus and all that, you can see those layers happen in real time. It's really cool. Well, actually, you know what's funny, Tabu? MOBA players, like when you talk to like Dota players, right? League of Legends in general, like League of Legends has always been considered like a MOBA kind of mirroring a fighting game, because the same neutral, the same things that you look out for in a fighting game like that are in League. But you can't really do it in Dota 2. Why? Because Dota 2 has turn rates, so you have to play it a lot differently. The reactionary aspect is not there. Tell you what, whenever, again, once, because the matchups are somewhat predetermined in League, I can't expand these layers as much on this guy, because he just uses Q from like a certain range. So what ends up happening is that his champion, or his reactionary zone, expands. And instead of it being on top of him, like most champions, right? Instead of it being on top of him, his reactionary zone is like here, from where he's standing right there. So look, the moment I stand there, he does something. Right? Like he'll feel the need to do the Q right after, right? Because that's like where his main ability comes from. That's where he wants to do something. So I can't like punish this as much. Sorry, but that's cap. It's okay, Eric. I'm gonna tell you something. Because I've told you this before, and I know it sounds toxic. I don't care what you tell me about this stuff. I'm telling you from like my knowledge and from just in general, like looking at the game. You can feel that I'm wrong, and that's perfectly fine, but I don't care.
Bring them to me. Drive them into the light.
Oh, he's dead. You will regret this? That's perfectly fine. I love you, brother, either way. I've also determined a lot of the stuff that I've learned in all these games. 99% of the time when people are explaining something to me, they actually have no idea what they're talking about. So I only trust my own research, and like, or when I play against someone specifically, and like I see something that I've never seen before, that I go like, oh, cool, and then I start like copying them and learning from them on that aspect. But I don't follow or trust every single aspect of their gameplay. There's things that they might be doing wrong, like risk reward wise and all that. Like one person that I've said that has like insane, that like I learned a ton from just playing, was Deb, the Guilty Gear player. absolutely insane. Like I learned so much playing them. But I also know that there's a lot of things that I know that, you know, I can exploit really well when I play against people that have like that deep knowledge.
He will kneel before the light.
Yeah, play Revenge Viper have that. I don't think they don't play those games, so they do the trade patterns instinctively, right? And they do what works. They look at the matchups like on a bubble of like, oh, this matchup goes this way and this way, right? But the matchups can go deeper once the matchups are like even-ish. Like there's where there's like constant outplay situations. And you're playing like and you have moves that can reach them. It's like a little complicated.
Darkness fades away. I will expose it.
An enemy has been slain.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. If someone walks away from you, right? If that's what their base layer is, where like you get into that zone and they just walk away because they're scared, that's perfectly fine because then that gives you space and control. You walk forward, they walk back, push them away. You farm your CS safely, right?
The universe waits for absolution.
Once I have my ignite up here, I'm gonna try to kill him. He just uses E. He's staying at that distance where I can't quite reach him with my abilities. Yeah, too far. He got me. He baited my ability range. Oh. Huh? Gonna have that, buddy. Let me make sure he doesn't just hold it for free here. Crash it. Oh.
An enemy has been slain.
That was the first one? What? No, no. I explained like 2-3 layers deep there earlier. OG. Like 2-3 layers deep. But I didn't go further on like 4th, 5th layer, right? Of what it's supposed to look like. And I get his ult and then run away. Honestly, I should have preemptively flashed, knowing that he'd probably do that. Can I outplay this with some amount of HP? It's unlikely. I feel like I should die. He has no ult. Or no, not ult, but he has no flash, but I think still it's kind of risky. Yeah, we'll stay for it. We'll stay for it. We'll have a little bit of fun. Why not? Get into this little range here. With the, he's gonna ease forward here. No? No? Damn, this guy's a legend. Come on. Come on. How do I stay? I wanna stay. I wanna stay. I wanna stay. I wanna do it. Got him! Let's go. Not worth it at all, but it was fun. Actually, look, that's actually one example of like how the game changed over time. You guys remember we were talking about like if I get a kill on him and I'm still alive, he still gets XP, right? Even though he's dead. That's one change. Like in the past, it would still like it would be pretty like it wouldn't be as bad to lose these minions, right? Kind of fucked. The thing I was talking about. He still gets XP? Yep. Isn't that fucked up? Pretty fucked up. That didn't used to be the case, if I remember properly. Or correctly. That happened so many seasons ago, bro. I think it was because they tried to stop snowballing so much. Because you would just kill them under tower after you crash your waves, and then like they wouldn't get XP for your death either, right? While dead? Yep. Tell you what, can someone confirm it for me? So I know I'm not spreading misinformation. I'm pretty sure you don't get it. You do get XP even if you're dead from the person that Damn, boy, you're tanky.
Turret plating will soon fall.
God damn it, Bard. Bastard. I don't get it. Who doesn't get XP? No, the person. If I kill you, right? Let's say like I'm a champion here, and I kill you with Ignite, and I'm about to die to tower, right? You, the person that died, gets XP for the guy that died after, right? Like your opponent dying gives you XP even if you're dead. Whereas it didn't used to be like that. You used to die, right? And you wouldn't get XP for the kill.
We have to open our eyes to the light.
Yo, this game looks over though. Jungle, Min, balling, fucking 1v9ing.
An enemy has been slain.
I remember you could see the items they bought on tab if you had vision on their dead body. Yep.
Your turret has been destroyed.
You guys know what would be sick? I've been saying this for a while. Give us a multiplayer practice tool so we can practice 1v1s and then we can like evolve the layers and then we can, you know, just do way better in League of Legends in general, right? That'd be awesome. But like, you know, Riot told us that they don't really want people to practice. They want people to learn by playing. They don't want people to just practice tool the game and, you know, train everything. They want you to play 1,000 games to fucking learn something that you can learn in like 2 hours or 3. They want you to play. They want you to spend money. They want you to grind.
Your team has destroyed a turret. An enemy has been slain. Shut down.
Because the main thing I know is that tool, it will not be used by a ton of people because a lot of people don't like to lab, right? Especially like even in other games, right? They don't like to just practice like that. So I know it wouldn't be popular, but it would just be so much better for the people who are actually trying to like learn the game without spending so many hours.
Chaos does not seek friends. He seeks annihilation.
The elite will become super elite? Yeah, but that's perfectly fine, no? They're putting that time. Might as well.
Eliminate chaos, and nothing remains.
I agree with you. They pretend to want to get better, so but they don't actually practice. And because the game gives them all these excuses of like, oh, you know, we don't have a training tool, we don't have any of this. It's like they just assume it's like, oh yeah, you're right. It's not my fault. It's the game's fault. Alright, let's reset.
An enemy has been slain.
All paths lead to the light.
Yeah, that's right. I flashed away, so my E cooldown would come up and I could shield it. True.
An enemy
That's a classic move. That's a season 3 move.
killing spree.
I will light the sky with my blade.
9,000 RQ when people find out multiplayer prizes more fun than actual solo queue. True. Well, I mean, it isn't more fun for the general population though. That's the thing. Like they don't like I'm ill, right? And a lot of the people that I like playing games with, they're also very ill, right? Because they enjoy the fact that they have to that you know, the progression of learning and getting better and all that. It's cool, right, to them. 90% of the people, even the ones that are saying that they like competitive stuff, don't actually put that like effort, right? Like I don't know, it's weird. Like I feel like people gaslight themselves, right? Because it's like, it's cool, man. Listen, it's a video game, right? You don't need to play it like competitively. You don't need to like be like that. If you know, if you're truly not putting that much effort, that's fine, dude. We're having fun, right? We're chilling. But people gaslight themselves into like, yeah. I'm learning. I'm playing high level. I don't care. Like I'm gonna learn, right? And then they just give themselves a billion excuses to like not do it. The entire enemy team is just fucking dead, or what? What happened? I'm not even doing anything this game. Can I move, please? I'm so sorry. I suck at throwing wind slash every time. It whiffs. I'm so bad. This is why I'm not a CS:GO player. I suck at throwing wind slash, but apparently I can fucking dodge everything for some reason. I don't know why I can just dodge everything. Doesn't make sense, honestly.
Part of the kill, part of the goal.
Your team has destroyed a turret. Shut down. Your team has destroyed a turret.
Battle is my
Your
destiny.
team has destroyed a turret.
I thought you changed, Adrian. I saw you get an R2 kill yesterday. True. Nah, that was just a bait, bro. I got lucky.
The demon seeks to break you.
An enemy has been slain. Your turret has been destroyed.
Do I like it? You don't judge for wanting to be yourself some days. Some days you're just not feeling. Yeah, exactly, dude. You don't need to. Like, I never judge people like, you're all like, you know, like I don't generalize like that. I think primarily these games are played for fun. You know, you come back from work, you're chilling, you want to play a game with your friends.
Power of darkness.
Awesome. I'm talking specific about a very subset, specific, like, you know, amount of people that love to pretend. Please, I want it. Hey, got it. I'll tell you something actually. The fun, or like the little I'd say like the most fun part about playing most games is when you're new to it and everything just, you don't know how everything works. It's just cool. So when you actually play the game, right, and you reveal the magic of how the game works, it can become boring. Like I said, it's like it's like, you know, watching a magic show. Everything's awesome, right? You're like, wow, this is so cool. I don't know how he did that, right? But then if the person shows you how they do it, you know, some people will still be like, oh yeah, no, you know, I actually enjoy learning and seeing how they do the tricks, but it also kills the magic, right? You don't want to kill the magic unless you're ill, like me, and enjoy like, this is like what, just one Brian F video that he made a long time ago that was or not, I guess not that long ago, where it's like he says that playing games with that mindset, it's like, you know, slowly chipping at a brick wall over time, and you're just doing it and getting more knowledge, improving, and it's like, most people don't want to do that. That sounds kind of boring, right? You're just you're just fucking doing that over and over again. I mean, that was a fucking free game, right? Killing the magic allows you to share the magic with others. True, true. Not wrong. How many wins to Challenger? 3 more, I think. 3 or 2 more.